but I'm old-fashioned and I was a homemaker, stay-at-home wife, and I fully depended on my husband financially. And that's okay when you have the right husband. I see you. God sees you. And He knows what you need right now. He's waiting. Just ask Him. Tell Him what you need. Ask Him for it. I mean, He loves you. If you have the faith as tiny as a mustard seed, He'll make it happen. I mean, all you have to do is ask Him, talk to Him. He's here for you. He loves you. And I know that I wouldn't have gotten through everything that I've been through if He didn't come in and pull me up. He literally stood me up from a fetal position because I was ready to give up and I had no hope. I'm old-fashioned, and it's okay to be this way. I've learned. I put a lot of blame on myself, but I'm old-fashioned, and I was a homemaker, stay-at-home wife, and I fully depended on my husband financially. And that's okay when you have the right husband, when you have a godly husband. If you do not have a godly husband, then this man will think that he is oh so powerful and controlling, and you are literally nothing because he's the one that provides financially. But I can tell you that just being a provider financially, and that's all that you are, you're not a leader. You are not a provider. You only know how to make money, and you lack basically everywhere else. Like being a good husband, being a good father, being a leader of your household, somebody that's dependable and caring and nourishing and loving, because that's when your family thrives, when that's what you show. So the men out there that only think that, you're great because you're the provider and you have a stay-at-home wife, she's the one that's holding everything together. She's literally the glue that holds everything together. The one that organizes everything, the one that feeds you, the one that cooks for you, the one that shops for you, the one that cleans for you, the one that cleans the house, the one that maintains the house, the one that makes sure the kids have what they need, the one that's there for the kids' emotional development, everything. Probably the one that, worries about your family, your parents, her parents, everything. And you're bringing in the paycheck. That's it. That's all you're doing. So I want to talk to the women out there that are stay-at-home moms, and I honor you because it's not easy. People look down on you for not having a career, which is horrible in society today because that is a career in itself. And a lot of people can't take on that role. So kudos to you for doing it. But, and I don't say this lightly, I do believe, and just from experience, the things that I've learned, that even though you are a stay-at-home mom, it is extremely important that you have some kind of income from home that you can do. I did not at the time, which means that you can't leave if you need to. You can't leave, you have no freedom, you don't know what to do, and it's scary. So you need to create something for Etsy, open a store on Shopify, whatever you're good at, even if it's digital products, like create agendas, create calendars, create t-shirts, create poetry, write a book, teach people about organization, do checklists, do a budget, do something, or crafts, baking. I just want you to do something so that you have some sort of something that you can fall back on if you need to, because people change. People change so much that all it takes is a day, and it's not even a person that you know anymore. You get betrayed, you get lied to, you're abused, you're treated horribly, your kids see you in a horrible situation, and you can't get out unless you have some kind of cushion, something that you're creating and doing yourself. So as I have figured out what to do and how to get out, I want to help you guys, because I feel like this is really important, and nobody ever taught it to me. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home wife, a full-time mom, a homeschooling mom, whatever it is. That is your work, and your husband, who is the financial provider, is covering your expenses. So you do have a full-time job. And I'm not saying don't trust your husband or anything. If you have a good husband, I'm not saying, things are always going to go bad. So I'm just speaking to women in general that want to stay home and be stay-at-home moms. I am so proud of you, because that is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. You don't get a break. And nobody recognizes it. Like, you don't get recognized for it. If anything, people make fun of you over it. So I just want you to be secure and not get yourself into a predicament that you are stuck and solely dependent on somebody who is abusing you. So, there's so many things you can do from home, and I didn't know it at the time. I loved reading. I love psychology. So I decided to take courses online. There is a way to get out of these situations, and there is a way to protect yourself. So continue on with your feminine beauty, beautiful selves, and continue being the stay-at-home wife and mom and caretaker and, everything wonderfully feminine that you are. But figure out a way to also make money and protect your family and protect yourself, and it's just a way of taking it off of your chest, any kind of worry off of your chest. Like, you know what? If this person abandons me, if this person leaves me, if this person cheats on me, if this person, is just abusive and I need to get away from him, I can do it at any time that I choose to, instead of going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I have no way out. I have nowhere to go. I can't tell anybody because they're not going to believe me, especially if there's narcissism involved. They're really good at convincing the whole society that they are genuinely great people. So it's hard to get anybody to believe you if you need to tell anybody. So, but if you have this income that, or money that you've put away and saved that you can get out, it's just, it makes things so much easier for yourself and for your kids. And, you know, it's just, it's sad that we have to think about this when you're supposed to fully submit to your husband and fully trust them. But it happens, and it happens more often than not. So yes, you both agreed that you're going to stay home. That's great. But you can do things from home too. You know, that doesn't take up too much time. And I'm going to do another video where I'm going to kind of walk you guys through digital marketing, or you can really do anything. People out there will search up. There's people looking for the knowledge that you have. There's people out there that are looking for ways out. There's people out there that are looking for fresh baked goods. There's people out there that are looking for, you know, organizational tips. There's people out there, you know, people are looking for, so you homeschool your kids. So can you show me how to do it? Because I don't know where to begin. There's people that, you know, I mean, you could sell your old clothes. There's so many websites that you can thrift with, that you can consign with, that you can even sell them yourself. You can sell, you know, write a book, or, I mean, there's so much out there that people are looking for through experience of others. And so I'm just here to guide you, because I don't want anybody to have to go through what I went through. It is difficult. I stayed for years because I was like, what do I do? The money, he started cutting off the money, and he started opening his own accounts, and I was caretaking my parents at the time also. So I had to be with them 24 hours a day. My dad passed away. My mother had to move in with us and needed a caretaker 24 hours a day. So I invited her into this situation that was not a safe situation to be in, but there was nothing else that I could do. I was stuck. I am writing a book right now, describing from the beginning to the end, hoping that it'll help somebody out there. Know that you're not alone. A lot of things that you experience, other people have also experienced. Some things are more unique than others, but people have gone through it. And I think the more stories that we get out there to share with others, to show them that they're not alone, will help them get out of unhealthy situations as well. But yeah, I was in mine for years. For years of being severely abused. And even my mother didn't believe me. He had her convinced that he was great. And even she didn't believe me fully. She just thought, well, you just, he's working so hard and you just got to try harder to please him and, whatever, until she moved in with me. And then she was like, wow. And now she's on the receiving end of it. Not like me, but she was at the receiving end of it until we were able to get out. So, it could be your parents, it could be your children, it could be anything. You want to help everything get out of that situation if you can. Let me know any questions that you have in the comments below. I'll try to get to making more of these videos that will help you guys out, and how I did it, how I got out, and how I healed, and how to thrive, how to heal your body, how to heal your mind, how to never find yourself in these situations ever again. Yeah. And to pray with you. I'm always here to pray for you guys. You can leave your prayer requests in the comments and any questions that you might have. And all I ask is that you like and subscribe to my content. And we'll just be here for each other. Thanks. Love you guys.